Welcome to Shakespeare in Delaware Park, an event that has been a Buffalo summer tradition since 1976. Tonight, we're going to go behind the scenes of Julius Caesar. First, we're going to speak with Saul Elkin, founder of Shakespeare in Delaware Park, as well as some of the production staff and some of the actors. Come on, let's go check it out. I am with Saul Elkin, both the artistic director and the founder of Shakespeare in Delaware Park since 1976. Congratulations on all of your success. I want to ask you, what is the key to it? This is the second most attended outdoor free Shakespeare event in the country. How do you do it?
Well, I think there are a number of things. For one thing, we're a free festival, and there are lots of people who don't go to the theater because it's unaffordable, or they don't go to the theater because it's not part of their lives. They don't see it as something they do. But in this lovely setting here in Delaware Park, under the sky, when the stars are twinkling at night, it's the ideal setting. And the other thing is that people study Shakespeare in school and they find it hard to deal with, off-putting. But when they come here, they discover that that's not the case on the stage, that it's not in a foreign language, that it's real people, that it's real emotion, that it's funny and it's touching, and for that, and people have discovered that, and young people have discovered that. The kids who study Shakespeare in school find when they come out here that, yeah, this is interesting stuff. And we've had a very, very good professional company over the years. It's changed, obviously, but we managed to bring together highly skilled professional actors.
Now, you've been around since the very beginning, since 1976. How has it changed over the years? It probably started out with probably a smaller production staff and not as large of an audience. Tell me how that transformation has been.
You're absolutely right. Actually, we're standing on a stage that is about 4 times as large as the stage was when we started. All of our actors have body mics on now because the acoustics are wonderful out here. When we began, we had 3 standing microphones standing in front of the stage, and a lot of the action had to be framed so that the actors were always facing in the direction of those microphones. Well, that's changed. All of the festivals have gotten bigger. The stage has gotten bigger. Our system has gotten better. Our lighting, our sound. It's gotten more and more professional as the years have gone by. I have a photograph of the original stage. It looks like a little box set down here at the foot of this hill. Now, of course, we have something that looks pretty much the way outdoor theaters look around the country.
Now, for our viewers out there that haven't had a chance to come to an event like this, what would they expect?
Well, for one thing, what they're going to find immediately if they've not been here before is that it's a wonderful community picnic that's going on out here. Everybody comes with food, everybody comes with beverages, families come together, young people, older people, so for starters. And then they discover very quickly that what they're seeing on the stage is clear. It's clear storytelling. It's not like this difficult language that we all had to wrestle with, in 11th grade English. And once they discovered that, there's something else that happens. We start at 7:30 at night. It's broad daylight. But we turn all the stage lights on anyway, even though it's broad daylight. And as the natural light begins to fade, the stage light takes over, and it's really magical. It's like suddenly the stage begins to glow. And also the city quiets down at 8:30, 9 o'clock. And the highway, which sits behind the lake here, quiets down. So suddenly, it's a very magical transformation, a very magical moment. And anybody who's ever been here has felt it. It's almost like we turn the natural light off and turn the real light, the electrical light on. And it's part of the magic of this experience, I think.
Now, like I said, you've been doing this for over 30 years. What keeps it exciting and fresh? It has to be a very personal part of your life. What keeps it exciting and fresh and fun to look forward to every year?
That's a great question. Well, I tell you, the interesting thing about Shakespeare's plays is that he's given us the plays. They're 400 years old. But he left no stage directions, no clue, no blueprint how to do them. So every time I start a project, and I've directed Hamlet 4 times here in the park over the years. I've played Falstaff 5 times over the years. I can approach it with fresh eyes every time I start. And so we can do Hamlet in modern dress, or we can do Hamlet in the 17th century. It's wide open to us. And part of that is that the language and the plays are wonderful, but the approach is up to the director and the actors. And that's what keeps it very exciting for us. And we're really looking forward to it.
And we're looking forward to it as well. Thank you so much for your time, Saul. are with Lisa Ludwig, Managing Director of Shakespeare in Delaware Park. Lisa, tell me what goes into planning such a phenomenal and intricate event as this.
Well, actually, it's interesting because a lot of people think we only work during the summer. But obviously, to make this happen, it is a year-long venture. And the second the one season stops, the next season begins. So we're, in the office all year long, whether it's fundraising or getting casts together. So there's a lot that really goes to it all year long.
Tell me what a normal day is like for you.
Well, again, it's different whether it's summertime or during the year. If it's summertime, mainly, again, we're getting ready for every night. We have corporate nights and events here on the Hill and answering questions all day long. People call us, how's the weather? Are you going to have a show tonight? So that's pretty much during the day in the summers, just getting ready for every night. During the year, again, we're there 9 to 5, whether it's meeting new people to help support Shakespeare in Delaware Park or getting our fundraising events together as well.
What kind of activities do you do to get more people involved and more people to come out to the shows?
The good thing about it is we've been here for 34 years and, everybody looks forward to it every year. Obviously, we do have ads in the paper, we have articles and things that go out, but I truly think it's a word of mouth that people who haven't been here hear from somebody else and make sure that they make it part of their summer event as well.
Okay, for people that have never been to an event like this, what would you tell them at home to convince them to come to something as phenomenal as this?
I say, of course, I love Shakespeare in Delaware Park, but it's a must-see summer event. And I think some people might be daunted by the fact, oh, it's Shakespeare. And that's not what it's about. It's about getting out in a beautiful Olmsted Park, being with, sometimes 1,000 other people, hearing the words of Shakespeare. Whether, you understand it or don't, there's something, for everybody on every level. Pack a picnic, come out. It's not, like you're stuck in a theater. It's an event, it's an experience. So I tell people, try it once, you will be hooked forever.
Thank you so much, Lisa.
Calpurnia. So, Caesar speaks. Calpurnia, stand you directly in Antonius's path when he doth run his course. Antonius.
Caesar, my lord.
Forget not in your haste, Antonius, to touch Calpurnia. For our elders say that the barren touched in this holy chase shake off their sterile curse.
It shall be done. When Caesar says do this, it is performed!
Here we are with Dan, our very own Julius Caesar. Tell me a little bit about your role as Julius Caesar.
Well, the famous dictator and emperor who comes to ill ends. I think everyone's pretty familiar with what happens to Caesar.
How does it feel to get stabbed 23 times?
Well, our fight coordinator is really, really good. I've worked with Steve for a number of years, and although it looks pretty gruesome, it's a lot of fun, really, the fight call. We have big crowds for fight call. People come out to watch us practice.
And how many years have you been acting?
Well, I've been with the company now for 11 years. This is my 11th year here. I started with smaller roles and worked my way up to dukes, and now I get to be the emperor. So.
What keeps you coming back every year?
Oh, I love the Hill. My wife and I met here. I proposed to her on the stage before a show. We met backstage. She's an actress too, a very fine actress in West New York, Eileen Dugan, and it's become part of our family, really. Like the people who come here for their first dates or their anniversaries. It's lovely.
What a beautiful story. Lots of memories here.
Yeah, lots of memories here. Yeah, that's why I keep coming back every summer. I love it.
What do you think makes this event so successful?
Well, it's the family atmosphere. Unlike some of the other outdoor events around Western New York that are loud or booze-filled, this is a very quiet evening where people can come and get a little bit of culture and enjoy the outdoors with their picnics. And it's become traditional for a lot of people, I think.
Yeah? How would you encourage other people to come out who have never been to this event?
Oh, golly, pack all the picnic munchables that you can. It's a lovely place to come. There's wine and hors d'oeuvres. The actors at intermission, when we come up the hill to take donations, usually score some delicious treats. It's very fun.
Thank you very much.
Well,
I appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Speak! Hands for me!
are with John Polvino, one of our generous sponsors. John, tell me what you donate to this wonderful event.
We are a printing company. We donated the program printing for both this performance and the performance before The Tempest.
And how long have you been donating this service?
This is our second time sponsoring in Shakespeare. We did it 3 years ago, and this year we actually increased our participation.
And why did you decide to do this?
We've been very well. We've done very well. We've been very fortunate with our company in Buffalo, and we think it's important to support the local arts and support local initiatives like Shakespeare. Wonderful group of people. Free festival. Delaware Park is a great venue, so I wanted to be part of that and show our corporate support for that.
So you plan to do this in the future as well?
Absolutely. We have a philosophy in the company to support anything that our employees do in terms of any of their involvement in community and giving back, and so I anticipate we will do things like this forever.
What would you say to other people or organizations who are interested in donating their services to this event as well?
Well, specifically to Shakespeare, it's a great opportunity. As you can see behind, we have a great group of people here tonight, customers and friends and guests, and just a nice way to say thank you for the work that they've done with us. So it's a great event, for that company to do it. Plus, it's just a great thing to do for the area. These people put on this wonderful performances. This is the second largest Shakespeare in a park outside of Central Park. We are blessed with it, so it deserves to be well supported.
Thank you very much, John. I appreciate it.
Thanks, you.
Here was a Caesar! What reason shall we render it if Caesar's dead?